Hello YouTube neighbor, I'm glad that we're together today. I'm putting on my casual sweater and my casual shoes because today is the first day that I'm working at home as part of this global pandemic that we're all in. And I'm reminded of how important it is to have a neighbor just like you and to be a neighbor for someone else. And that's why today I'm going to give you 5 tips to help anyone who's financially struggling at this moment, whether that be to loss of a job long term, or if maybe you're just out of work for the next couple weeks, couple months, however long this lasts, or if you just need a little bit of financial help at this time. One quick note before we get rolling. I just want to say that I know that this is a very difficult time for many of us, including many people that are close to me. But I think the best thing that we can do is to stay positive and optimistic about the future while preparing, of course, for the worst, just so that we're ready for it. But we're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together. Pro tip number 1, budgeting. First, you need to make a budget. You need to know exactly where you are and what you can cut out and what you're going to need to keep to get started with all of this. So sit down and figure out your budget. Take some time to do it. If you're a Class Act member, you can log into your online banking platform through our website, classact.org, and there's actually a budget app on there, and you can log into that. You can take any of your accounts. If you have accounts with other financial institutions, you can actually wrap those in as well. So take a look at that. If you're not a Class Act member, then you can look at apps like EveryDollar or Mint. There'll be links in the description to those below. You want to list out any income that you have coming in, even if that's simply the savings that you have built up or any money left over from your last paycheck. Then list out all of your expenses and decide which ones are truly essential. For instance, food, utilities, and rent are some of the essentials that you're absolutely going to need to be able to get by. If you don't have food in your belly, you're not even going to have the energy to be able to go get a job to help yourself out in the future. Speaking of getting a new job, you might find that internet is actually one of your essential items that you need to budget for if you're going to use that to get or keep or to work your current job. Normally, travel is one of those essential items that you're going to want to budget for, but in these times, you may actually not need to budget for travel because you may not be going to your job, you may be staying at home, and you may already have a stockpile of toilet paper back at your house, like a lot of people seem to. Even though you may not be saving a ton of money on gas at $1.80 a gallon, what kind of world are we living in? Pro tip number 2. You also want to stop investing as much, and you want to stop paying off debt as extremely if you have been in the past. Now, don't mishear me. I'm not saying to pull out of the stock market. I'm no financial advisor, but that may not be the best idea. But there's no reason to continue to put money into your investing in these months if you could be putting that money elsewhere, like into food or utilities or rent, like we talked about before. Similarly, if you've been paying more than your minimums on some of your debt, you can slow that down too, and that might be another way to get a little bit of extra money. All right, pro tip number 3. Another thing you can do is to reach out to your financial institution. The nice thing about this COVID crisis, I think that's an oxymoron, to have a nice thing about the crisis. Anyway, a nice thing about this crisis is the fact that so many people are going through this together. So a lot of financial institutions do understand that this is something you're going through for just a limited amount of time, we hope. So reach out to your financial institution and see if there's any way they can help. They may be able to help you skip a couple payments, even those minimums, and they may be able to forgive a few fees just for this current time. If you're a Class Act member, we already have a 2-month skip-a-pay in process for certain loan types. So take a look at our website. We may be able to help you in other ways as well, but there's going to be a link in the description to our COVID-19 updates page. And at the bottom, you'll see another link that'll take you to the skip-a-pay form so you can learn more about that. But again, give us a call. If you don't call your financial institution, they're not going to know that you need help. Another pro tip, get proactive. Find ways that you can make money. First off, sell something. What is something that you have that somebody else may want? Just take a look around. Think clothes. musical instruments, appliances. I'm talking to you, Karen. The exercise bike that you bought your husband that hasn't been used in 6 months? Let's be real. And you can sell things on Amazon, Facebook, Instagram. There are tons of options. Another thing that you can do to get a little extra money is to start a side hustle. You can do Grubhub or Postmates or Uber, Lyft. And there are tons of things you can do online just from your own home if you do have internet, like filling out surveys. There's a link in the description to an article with plenty more ideas than I have here. Or start a new job. Amazon and Kroger are two places that are hiring a bunch right now to help out in this crisis. And finally, start on your passion project and get passionate about it. Start that blog, start that YouTube channel, start your business. Whatever it is, this is a perfect opportunity to take some time, buckle down, put together your business strategy, and find a way to start making some money right away. And the very last pro tip that I have for you in this video is take a look at the resources that are out there. If you've done all the other things on this list and you still don't have enough money to pay your bills, then you can ask for help at other places as well. So take a look at your local church. They may be able to help you out. There are some resources that are available on a lot of the state government pages. You can probably just Google yours, but if you live in Kentucky, I've linked that in the description below as well. But take a look at the news. Make sure that you're keeping up with what's going on. And I'm talking the real news, not social media. And on that note, I know that this is a difficult time for a lot of us, but it's not helpful to go onto social media and be reading all these rumors or things that may not even be true and be down about it. This is a time to buckle down, make a strategy for yourself, and find a way that you're going to keep yourself on your feet. The sooner that you can take the time to do this, the better off you're going to be, especially if you haven't run out of money yet and you still got a little bit that you can live on for a little while. If you can figure this out now, then you may save yourself from a lot of stress down the road. Let's all get through this crazy time together. If you have, give. If you need, ask. This is a great time that we can all be neighbors for one another. If you need anything from Class Act, Federal Credit Union, then feel free to give us a call. The number's on the screen. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all of you here. It definitely helps us out. If you've liked this video, you can go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos about financial management or cool tips about finances, then hit that subscribe button, or you can hit the little bell and we'll let you know when another video is coming out. See you guys next time.